Hi, my name is Chris. Welcome to my channel. Today we're doing CSS Battle Daily Target for June 21st, 2025. This one is a tricky one. Anytime you start rotating things and getting triangles involved, I do struggle with that sometimes, but we're going to give this a shot. I already took a look at it a little bit earlier, so I think I know how I want to do this. As always, we're going to figure out how many elements we need. I'm going to do this with 4 elements. So I'm going to create a square, and this yellow square, and then this white square inside of it, and then rotate it. And then we're going to create this as a square. Put position absolute on it and get it in that spot, and then inside of this we're going to give it a display flex and do justified content flex end for this last element here, this blue triangle, and that should get us there. So we need 4 elements, 4 divs. So here's our first div. I use letters of the alphabet when doing CSS Battle. Definitely not a best practice in general, but it cuts down on the amount of characters you use, which will make your score go up in CSS Battle. So, Alright, so A is this yellow rotated square, B is the rotated white square, and then C would be the square over here, and D is the triangle inside of it. Alright, let's style this up now. So we're going to start with the body. Give that a background of this blue color here. We're going to set it to flex, and then we are going to put everything in the middle. This should get us close because this square is almost in the middle. Align items center, so that'll put everything in the center. Now we got to look at this A, and I use CSS attributes with the straight brackets here to cut down on characters to help your score go up. So actually we've got 2 elements with that yellow background color, so before I start working on element A, I'm just going to take A and C and give it this yellowish background color. There we go. Now we're going to look at A. I'm going to say it's probably a width of 120 pixels, maybe a height of 120. That looks pretty close. So now the tricky part is rotating it and then getting that into place. But before we do, let's work on B. So we're going to give this a, no, we don't need to make that display flex. We're just going to go to B, and it's got a background of this whitish color. And I'm going to say a width of 30, height of 30. It looks about right. And then we need to get it in place. So we're going to have a position relative, and we're going to say top, I don't know, 15, and then left 15. That looks right about there, right? Alright, and then we need to rotate element A by negative 45 degrees. Perfect. And that looks pretty good. Maybe it's a little big. Maybe is A a little big? Does look a little big. Let's fix that first. 19, sometimes they get 18, 17. Well, I guess it's probably 15. It's hard to tell. I think that's right. And then we just need to move this over. So we gotta say position, relative, and this is where it gets kind of tricky. Actually, maybe not. Maybe this isn't as bad as I thought it'd be. All right, that's pretty close. Excuse me. You know, I'm almost gonna take that. Move on. It's because, again, rotating stuff can get a little tricky. All right, so now let's work on C and D. So we already gave C the backgrounds. Now we got to first give it a position of absolute. Say a width of maybe 80 and a height of maybe 80, and that looks correct. Finally, we need to, I'm going to position it from the right, and we're going to say right 80, and that's not right. I'm going to say maybe 100. Perfect. And then we're going to give it display flex, justify content, flex end. So this will put that triangle over here. All right. And so now finally, let's look at D. And we make triangles in CSS with borders. I'm going to show you how we do this. So I'm going to say border right, solid, 80 pixels. Oh, no, that's not what we want. So this is, so the right is going to control how far it comes up this way. So we need half of that. We need 40. Right. So you see how that is controlling the distance from there to there, right? And then we want to give it this blue color. Okay. Then what we need to do is we need to get a border top and bottom. Okay. And I'm just going to copy this, paste it twice, and this is going to be top, and this is going to be bottom. Oops. Bottom. And we're going to change this to 20, and this to 20, so it's half. And then finally, we're going to change this, both top and bottom, we're going to give it a transparent color. And then that did not work out the way I wanted. What did I do wrong? I could have swore that was it. We keep it 40? We do. That was my problem. Okay, good. So this is a little bit off, but that is perfect. Well, almost perfect. But I'm going to take this. So next thing we do is, you see this 1,123 characters, so we can cut down on that and improve our score by first getting rid of all the comments that CSS Battle gives you, and then we're going to remove all this white space, and this will drastically cut down on characters. So I'm just pressing Command D on a Mac, and it highlights all the like characters, just this white space. Finally hit delete. Everything looks the same, so we didn't mess anything up. And then we want to make sure everything's on one line. Whoops, see, that can happen. Alright, and then there we go. Then move this tile style tag up one. There we go. So now we're down to 513 characters. We cut it in half, basically. Alright, we're going to go ahead and submit this. Let's see how we did. .99.8 match. I'm going to take that. Anytime it's 99, I'm good. Alright, thank you for watching my video. If you want to see more videos like this, please like and subscribe to my channel. Enjoy your day.